know it, and we are back for our final Married at First Sight video. I have just turned on my DVR and I'm just watching the highlights of the show, and boy, am I ready to see what's going to happen. So we're going to get right on into it. I decided I would look nice and presentable for you guys. I got some hair on, I put some makeup on, so we ready. We are ready. So let's see Married at First Sight 6 months later. Talk to the experts and they ask them why in their careers would they decide to do this, and they give their answers. Not so much interested in that, but you know, they had some really good answers. The one doctor, he looked very different because I guess he had shaved, but now it's growing back, and I think he picked up a little weight, but whatever. So first they decided they want to talk to Courtney. And Courtney comes out, and you know, because she was the one that was like all for it, all into it. Great. So they were talking to her about why she decided to make the decision. She's so young. They talked to her about her family ties and asked her why her family didn't come. Comes out to be that her family is really religious, and they really don't take marriage lightly. So they couldn't, and of course everybody can't just drop something in a week or 2 weeks when you decide you're gonna go through an experiment. Anyway, moving on. So inevitably they decided not to come. He asked her, was that hard for her? She was like, of course, because she's a daddy's girl, and you know, but she felt like she was doing, and nobody can really, she kind of headstrong. Nobody could really tell her what to do. So then they get there talking to her and all these questions, and they bring out Jason, and Jason talks to the, shakes hands with the experts, and then they meet up with, he sits on the couch. The first thing the guy wants to know is why he cut his hair. I could have told you that. He can't ready to go in the fire academy. He shaved off his head. Woo-woo. And then he asked, are they still married? Of course they went to commercial, and the commercials are leading to them not being married, but the looks in her eyes look kind of saddened, so I think that they're not being married. They're not married, but let's get back into this and see what happens. So they come back, and they finally get to the goodies, and yes, they are still married. Yay, because that is like my most favorite couple of all times. They talked about scheduling, and they talked about they talked about how they feel that they make it work. I mean, their chemistry was just there for this couple. Really, honestly and truly, the chemistry was just there. He's in the fire academy now. Basically, she stopped doing the burlesque so they can see each other, they can have dinner together. You know, he goes to fire academy, come home, study, go to bed, basically. I mean, but that too shall pass. So I was so excited for this couple. I love this couple. When they left off to go to commercial, they were talking about Jason's mother. I had read an article, so I already knew that she had passed shortly after the filming of this show. So I will let you know what else happens when we come back from the commercial break. Baby, Jason and Courtney love story is just a love story for real. They fell out of a doggone book or magazine or something. They continue to talk about Jason and Jason's mom. Courtney met her the day that she died, which was really sad. You can see the sadness in her eyes. Looked like she wanted to cry. But that was also the day that he told her he loved her. He also went on to meet her family. Her family loves him. They're just great and wonderful, and there is not much more that I can say that they didn't go over with them. We all knew, or at least I knew from watching the show, that this was the perfect couple. They feel like soulmates. They sound like soulmates. Of course, I feel like they're going to go through some ups and downs because they're still young, but I see this being a lasting marriage. So kudos to Jason and Courtney. Let's move on. All right, YouTube, here we go with this Miss Vaughn and Monet. So first they bring Monet out, and Monet, I give Monet where credit is due. She does try to keep it nice, cool, calm, collected, professional, whatever way you want to say it. She's just not out there. She didn't even freaking bash Vaughn. She just was like, you know, 50-50. So they were asking her how did it not work? And like she said in the show, and like I saw, after she talked to Vaughn's mom, when they said they were going to start over, she was fully invested into this relationship. So he said, oh, this was just civil. Some of the comments and the reactions that he made really turned her off. I agree. I also feel like she had her part in it too. She didn't say that she didn't, but I mean, she's a little rude her doggone self. And she wasn't that giving. So then they bring Vaughn out, and you know, they were telling him, you know, he had social media up and abroad. I don't know. I mean, I'm on Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know how that does. And a lot of times I don't watch the show when it comes on because I'm not here. I watch it later on the DVR. But some of the comments that he made, like the Menage a Trois comment, I mean, if that would have been me, that's my husband. I mean, and the way that he said it, and he kind of, you got to be open to it when she clearly shut that down. I mean, I would have felt some kind of way about that. You know, expecting her to cook. My fiance, he expects me to cook, but he's not adamant about it. He does not rude about it. You know, he feels those gender roles too. And I feel it too, you know, but it's something that we compromise on. He knows when I'm working, okay, not to expect a meal, but when I'm home and I have the time, then I'm going to cook. Or if I don't feel like cook, I'm going to at least make sure that he has a plate or something to eat if I have to go get him something to eat. But that's just me, and that's the type of thing that we have. But they didn't have that, and his was like, no, you just got to cook, in my opinion. And then they asked him, you know, what kind of person that he needs. Somebody that likes good food, someone that likes to travel, someone that want to be in the bed all day. So you want somebody that's just going to sleep with you all day and do what the hell you want them to do. Excuse my French, but basically that's what he was. So the host was like, so you felt like this was a failure on the expert's part, and he was like, well, the proof is in the pudding. So they're going to bring Monet out, and they finna hash this thing out. And from the previews, it looks like it's finna get rough, so let's get ready to see what's going on. So these people, they crazy. That's the gist of it. They just do not work. I don't even know why they wanted to talk to them, because it just went from 0 to 60. So they started off talking about why the marriage didn't work, and who he felt was at fault and who she thought was fault. She was really trying to be really civil about the thing, but you could just tell that he was kind of busted and disgusted. So, the thing that really stuck out to me, she was like, you know, they were talking about how they still had sexual chemistry even though they weren't working, they were arguing, they were like, it's angry sex, makeup sex. But he was like, at some point, did it stop? And she was like, yeah, it really stopped for her because when she came back from having her foot surgery, he wanted to do it, and she just wasn't feeling it. And he told her, "Oh, your hands still work." It's typical man response, but he was pissed off. And from that moment, he was mad because she put that out there on national TV. But dude, you shouldn't have done it. If you did it, you did it. So, I mean, towards the end of it, he just cursing up a storm, and she just kind of looking there all shocked and distraught. And she brought up a good point about why she did what she did on camera, because black women get so, with all these doggone reality shows, they show the what is the word? A bad side of black women. So she was trying, you know, to stay calm and collective on camera, and he was struggling with being on camera. So, I'm about done with them, but I think they have a little bit more of their segment. They was just crazy. Okay, so the explosion continues. And finally, they get to a point where they can talk to each other like regular people. They apologize to each other. They tell each other what they admire about each other. The experts say what they have to say. Like I say, I'm pretty much through with Vaughn and Monet. Thank goodness they decided to get a divorce, because that was tragic. Talking to Doug and Jamie, they're talking about Jamie being on The Bachelor and how this is different. The expert said, you know, because of the way that she was brought up, that was one of the things that she was looking for love in all the wrong places. They talked about how guarded she was and how patient Doug was. Their segment is not that interesting. Sorry, Doug, Jamie, I like you guys, but not that interesting. Going to the commercial break, they ask about the infamous cigarette lie, so let's see what they have to say. We finished with Doug and Jamie, and they got so sappy and sweet and lovey towards the end. She finally told him she loves him. She was in love with him. The expert, the chaplain dude, Dr. Epstein, he looked like he was about to cry. I'm so happy. The whole cigarette thing, you know, like I said in previous videos, they just panicked. And he knew this was something that she didn't like, and he lied, and he just wanted to get it over with. And he was wrong, but it wasn't worth all the doggone drama. It was not worth all the drama. But overall, Doug was really, really patient. They really have a good relationship going now. She feels really comfortable. She's talking about babies and all kinds of other stuff. She really, really loves his family. So it all worked out for Jamie and Doug. They are happy. They are in love. They are planning a future, and I am so excited. Next up is all three of the couples together. Let's see what's going on. Okay, we are here back with Married at First Sight 6 months later, and we got to the end where they had brought all the couples out there, and little to me knows to me that Vaughn and Jamie had it out on Twitter because the way he was treating Monet, because they had become friends. Funny thing about that whole story is that they had to meet up on the van. They hashed everything out, but I don't think Ron is just a nice guy, because he was like, even when he was like explaining it, he was like, how is this beat? And then he, you know, tried to put off, no offense. Dude, don't say that kind of stuff. Oh my God, that guy. But anyway, they all learned very valuable lessons. I'm so excited for Courtney and Jason. They just became the fairy tale couple. But like she said, they still have things. She kicked them out so she can cry. You know, they have arguments, but the thing of it is to keep working and keep working together. Doug and Jamie, they have definitely been through the ringer with their relationship. Doug, dude, all the dudes had to give him props because he had to exercise patience with that whole Jamie situation, from the marriage to the intimacy, and he did it, and they have a great relationship now, so it seems. Vaughn and Monet, thank God they did not stay together, because I think their relationship would have been volatile. Monet said she learned patience. Vaughn said he learned to communicate. I think he needs to learn not to be so selfish also, but that is just my opinion. It has been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful reviewing Married at First Sight with you guys over these few weeks. I really enjoyed the show. I probably will watch it next season when it comes back. Would I ever participate on the show? Well, seeing that I'm already engaged, I can't. But I don't think I could. But you never know. Like I said, thank you guys for watching. Follow me on social media. My Twitter and my Instagram are below, and I will see you on the next video if you continue to watch my channel. I don't know what I would review next, and nothing has really just kind of hit me to say, hey, I want to review this show. But if you have any suggestions, also leave that below, and I am really going to leave this time, so I'll talk to you guys later.